Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is R.S. Raghu with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses farmers at National Conclave on Natural Farming, emphasizes on the need of adapting new requirements and challenges. On 50th Vijay Divas, Prime Minister merges 4 flames of Swarnim Vijay Mashal into eternal flame at National War Memorial. Parliament pays homage to the brave soldiers for their supreme sacrifice during 1971 Indo-Pakistan War. President Ramnath Kovind says India has always attached highest priority to its friendship with Bangladesh, participates in Golden Jubilee celebrations of independence in Dhaka. GST rate lowered to 5% from 18% on ethanol meant for blending under ethanol blended petrol program. Centre says it is carefully monitoring all developments relating to Brahmaputra River. Over 135 crore 25 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered under National Vaccination Programme so far. Recovery rate stands at 98.38%. Typhoon Rai batters southern Philippines, forcing thousands of people to take shelter. And in badminton, defending champion PV Sindhu and former world number 1 Srikanth enter singles quarterfinals of BWF World Championships at Huelva in Spain. As India marches towards administering 150 crore vaccine doses against COVID-19, news about the new corona variant is a cause for concern. In this situation, we appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. Please continue to follow these 3 simple steps to stay safe. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has emphasized on various issues of agriculture and food processing, including zero-budget natural farming. He was addressing the valedictory function of the National Conclave on Natural Farming via video conferencing during the pre-Vibrant Gujarat Summit at Anand today. The Prime Minister said that zero-budget natural farming and the role of technology are crucial in transforming agriculture and agro-based clean energy.
एग्रीकल्चर के अलग अलग आयाम हो, फूड प्रोसेसिंग हो, नेचुरल फार्मिंग हो, ये विषय 21वीं सदी में भारतीय कृषि का कायाकल्प करने में बहुत मदद करेंगे। इस कॉन्क्लेव के दौरान यहां हजारों करोड़ रुपए के समझौते, उसकी भी चर्चा हुई, उसका भी प्रगति हुई है। इनमें भी इथेनॉल, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग और फूड प्रोसेसिंग को लेकर जो उत्साह दिखा है, नई संभावनाओं को विस्तार देता है। गुजरात में हमने टेक्नोलॉजी और नेचुरल फार्मिंग में तालमेल के जो प्रयोग किए थे, वो पूरे देश को दिशा दिखा रहे हैं।
Addressing the farmers, the Prime Minister called for adaptation of agriculture according to new requirements, new challenges of the journey till the 100th year of independence. Mr. Modi said more than 8 crore farmers of the country have joined this movement of natural farming. He said farmers across the country will benefit from the outcome of this conclave.
आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव में आज समय अतीत के अवलोकन का, उनके अनुभवों से सीख लेकर नए मार्ग बनाने का भी है। आजादी के बाद के दशकों में जिस तरह देश में खेती हुई, जिस दिशा में बढ़ी, वो हम सबने बहुत बारीकी से देखा है। अब आजादी के 100वें वर्ष तक का जो हमारा सफर है, वो नई आवश्यकताओं, नई चुनौतियों के अनुसार अपनी खेती को ढालने का है।
The 3-day summit is being held at Anand in Gujarat. The pre-Vibrant Gujarat Summit began on Tuesday with a focus on various farm issues. Addressing the conclave, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the government has been driven by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision for farmers' welfare. He said the government has been committed towards ensuring an increase in productivity so that farmers are able to maximize their agricultural potential. He said the government has initiated several measures to transform and increase farmers' income. Efforts are underway to promote and support initiatives leading to sustainability of the system, cost reduction, market access, and better value realization to farmers.
देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी इस संगोष्ठी के प्रेरणा स्रोत। उन्होंने ही पूरे देश भर में प्राकृतिक खेती, कुदरती खेती को किसान अपनाए, इसके लिए एक मुहिम को गति देने का निश्चय भी किया है और एक अपील भी की है। और परिणाम है कि देश भर में लाखों किसान आज प्राकृतिक खेती को धीरे धीरे अपना रहे हैं। इसके लाभों से लाभान्वित होते देखकर अनेकानेक किसान इसके प्रयोग को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं।
Governor of Gujarat, Acharya Devvrat, has said that zero-budget natural farming is a promising tool to minimize the dependence of farmers on purchased inputs and reduces the cost of agriculture by relying on traditional field-based technologies which lead to improved soil health. Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar, Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath were also present on the occasion. The three-day pre-vibrant Gujarat Summit Conclave was attended by more than 5,000 farmers with thousands of others connecting virtually from across the country.
On the occasion of the 50th Vijay Divas, Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the homage and reception ceremony of Swarnim Vijay Mashals at National War Memorial in New Delhi this morning. On the occasion, the Prime Minister laid a wreath at the National War Memorial. Mr. Modi merged the four flames which traversed along different directions since last year. With the eternal flame at the National War Memorial, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh released a commemorative stamp at the National War Memorial. Parliament today remembered the supreme sacrifices of the brave soldiers during the 1971 Indo-Pakistan War. When the House met for the day, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said, "Today is the 50th anniversary of Vijay Divas." He said, "On this day in 1971, our valiant and fearless soldiers got a victory against Pakistan which led to the formation of Bangladesh as a new nation." He said, "India and Bangladesh is having a friendly relation since then and India desires to further strengthen the good relation with Bangladesh." As the Lok Sabha met for the day, Speaker Om Birla led the House in remembering the sacrifices made by the armed forces. Lok Sabha also observed silence on the demise of Group Captain Varun Singh, who succumbed to injuries sustained in a chopper crash on the 8th of this month. President Ramnath Kovind has said that India has always attached the highest priority to its friendship with Bangladesh. President Kovind was delivering his address as a guest of honor during the concluding ceremony of birth centenary celebrations of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the Golden Jubilee celebration of the liberation at the Bangladesh Parliament, Jyotiyo Sanshad in Dhaka today.
History will always bear witness to this unique foundation of our friendship, forged in the People's War that liberated Bangladesh. Veterans of that war, both from India and Bangladesh, some of whom are here in this audience, including the Honorable President of Bangladesh, are living testimony to the power of faith and friendship which can move mountains.
Our special correspondent in Dhaka reports that Bangladesh President Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina were also present on the occasion.
President Ramnath Kovind has said that India has always attached the highest priority to its friendship with Bangladesh. Delivering his address as the guest of honor during the concluding ceremony of birth centenary celebrations of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the Golden Jubilee celebration of the liberation of Bangladesh in Dhaka today, President Kovind said that India remains committed to doing all it can to help realize the full potential of the friendship between the two countries. Recalling the 50-year-old friendship between India and Bangladesh, President Kovind said that the partnership began by surmounting extraordinary challenges and the time has come to raise the bar even higher. In his address, President Kovind said that like millions of people of his generation, he was deeply inspired by the faith and courage of the people of Bangladesh. He said that the ideals of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman are being realized by the hard-working and enterprising people of Bangladesh under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Rajesh Jha with Sanjeev Kumar for All India Radio, Dhaka.
Earlier, President Kovind attended the Victory Day celebration at the parade ground in Dhaka. President Kovind was the only foreign dignitary who attended the event as the guest of honor. He observed the marching contingents at the National Parade Ground in Dhaka. A 122-member tri-services contingent from the Indian Armed Forces also participated in the parade. All India Radio suffice its motto Bahujan Hitaya, Bahujan Sukhaya, meaning for happiness of many, for the welfare of many. It played a vital role in the liberation of Bangladesh by providing real-time information to people. A capsule from our news desk.
After a prolonged bloodbath, Bangladesh emerged as a free nation on 16th December 1971. During the War of Independence for Bangladesh, AIR played an important role of informing people of then East Pakistan about all that was happening across the country. In East Pakistan, the news was heavily doctored in favor of Pakistan Army. But the real picture was being broadcast from India. The AIR broadcast went much beyond reporting daily events. All India Radio provided insights of infamous genocide unleashed by Pakistan Army on 25th March 1971.
কোচবিহার থেকে আকাশবাণীর সংবাদদাতা জানিয়েছেন যে পাক ফৌজ রংপুর শহরে শত শত বুদ্ধিজীবী এবং সম্ভ্রান্ত ব্যক্তিদের গ্রেপ্তার করে পরে মেশিনগান থেকে গুলি করে নির্বিচারে হত্যা করছে।
Day by day, the news division kept its listeners updated regarding the advancement of Indian Army towards Dhaka with its objective reporting. All India Radio, via its special Bengali service, hogged the attention of the listeners not only from the subcontinent but also from around the globe. The newsroom salutes those Ether Sena for their memorable contribution at the crucial juncture. Tripti Srivastav, Newsroom.
The government has lowered goods and services tax rate to 5% from 18% on ethanol meant for blending under the ethanol blended petrol program. Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas Rameshwar Teli said this in a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha today. He said the decision was taken to promote ethanol blending. The procurement price of ethanol produced from sugarcane-based feedstocks like heavy molasses, sugarcane juice, sugar and sugar syrup are fixed by the government and from food grain-based feedstocks by public sector oil marketing companies on an annual basis. It has promoted usage of biofuel in the country by notification of the National Policy on Biofuels 2018, which allows use of multiple feedstocks for producing bioethanol for increased supply of ethanol for blending with petrol. The centre today said it is carefully monitoring all developments relating to the Brahmaputra River, including plans by China to develop hydropower projects on it. In a written reply to the Rajya Sabha, the Minister of State for External Affairs, V. Muralidharan, informed that the government has urged Chinese authorities to ensure that the interests of downstream states of India are not harmed by any activities in their upstream areas. Both houses of parliament were adjourned for the day amid uproar by opposition parties over demand for sacking of Minister of State for Home Ajay Kumar Mishra. As the Lok Sabha met for the day after the first adjournment at 2 p.m, the opposition parties, including Congress, TMC and DMK, started sloganeering and trooped into the well over their demand. Presiding officer Bhartruhari Mehtab asked the members to allow the House to function, but in vain. Agitating members continued their protest. Amid commotion, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupendra Yadav introduced the Biological Diversity Amendment Bill 2021 in the lower house. As the uproarious scene continued, the chair adjourned the House for the day. The scene was no different in the upper house when the Rajya Sabha met after the first adjournment at 2 p.m. Opposition parties started sloganeering and demanded sacking the Minister of State for Home. Opposition parties, including the Congress, TMC and DMK, trooped into the well, raising their demand. Deputy Chairman Harivansh asked the members to continue the discussion on the situation arising out of cases of Omicron variant of COVID-19 virus in the country. Terming it an important matter, Mr. Harivansh asked the agitating members to allow the House to function. As the uproar continued, the Deputy Chairman adjourned the House for the day.
Chief Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra today said that the Election Commission will ensure free and fair polls in Punjab. He was addressing a press conference after reviewing poll preparedness in Punjab at Chandigarh with his team. He said that the Commission's endeavour is to ensure participation of all voters in the poll, and for this, the Commission has directed to enhance the sweep activities, especially on 500 polling stations identified as low voter turnout polling stations. Mr. Chandra said that while reviewing poll preparedness in the state, ECI team had met the representatives of 6 national and 2 state-level parties and listened to their concerns.
All political parties desired 100% deployment of VVPAT along with the EVMs. Party representative also desired 100% webcasting coverage on polling day from all the polling stations to ensure transparency. Some political parties also opined that duplication of names in some of the voter list, as also names of migrant workers in the voter list. ECI has always recognized that after the voters, political parties are the most important stakeholders in the election process. The Commission has assured the political party representative that our endeavour is to conduct free, fair, participative, inclusive and inducement-free elections.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses farmers at National Conclave on natural farming, emphasizes on the need for adapting new requirements and challenges. On 50th Vijay Divas, Prime Minister merges 4 flames of Swarnim Vijay Mashal into eternal flame at National War Memorial. Parliament pays homage to the brave soldiers for their supreme sacrifice during 1971 Indo-Pakistan War. President Ramnath Kovind says India has always attached highest priority to its friendship with Bangladesh, participates in Golden Jubilee celebrations of independence in Dhaka. GST rate lowered to 5% from 18% on ethanol meant for blending under Ethanol Blended Petrol program. Centre says it is carefully monitoring all developments relating to Brahmaputra River. Over 134 crore 91 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered under National Vaccination Program so far. Recovery rate stands at 98.38%. Typhoon Rai batters southern Philippines, forcing thousands of people to take shelter. In badminton, defending champion PV Sindhu and former world number 1 Srikanth enter singles quarterfinals of BWF World Championships at Huelva in Spain. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Do you want to fly high, to reach out to the skies? Do you feel proud to wear the uniform? Then join the Indian Air Force.
Applications open from 1st December 2021. To apply, online login to careerindianairforce.cdac.in.
Welcome back to the evening news. In news just in, India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 135 crore 91 lakh today. Out of the total vaccination, more than 82 crore 25 lakh vaccine doses have been given as first dose, while over 53 crore 65 lakh doses have been administered as second dose. The recovery rate is currently at 98.38%, the highest since March 2020. The Union Health Ministry said more than 62 lakh vaccine doses were administered today. As part of the nationwide vaccination drive, the centre has been supporting the states and union territories by providing them COVID vaccines free of cost. Union Home Secretary Ajay Kumar Bhalla today chaired a meeting to review the COVID-19 situation in union territories. In a tweet, the Ministry of Home Affairs said preparedness of health infrastructure of all UTs to deal with COVID-19 was also reviewed. Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan was also present during the meeting. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu today said that public participation is vital to eliminate TB by 2025. He said all stakeholders have to come together in order to achieve this target. Addressing a national conference on tuberculosis TB in New Delhi today, Mr. Naidu said the nation can defeat the disease with determination, conviction and courage. He said the government has taken several initiatives in this regard. The Vice President stressed that nutrition is very important in this fight against TB. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia has stressed the need for collective efforts to eliminate TB by 2025. The Supreme Court today conditionally lifted the ban of bullock cart races in Maharashtra. The traditional race was banned by the Bombay High Court in the year 2017. The decision was challenged in the Supreme Court and today relief was granted. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has welcomed the decision. He said the decision has won the hearts of the number of farmers who are taking care of their livestock.
Super Typhoon Rai is battering the southern Philippines, forcing thousands of people to take shelter amid warnings of widespread flooding and destruction. The storm made landfall in Siargao, a popular tourist island, packing winds of about 175 kilometers per hour. Power and communication lines are currently down on parts of Siargao, and the UN says 13 million people could be affected by the typhoon. Flights were cancelled and ports closed because of possible storm surges. Rai is one of the strongest typhoons to hit the Southeast Asian country this year. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Best wishes to all consumers for Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Hallmark ensures purity of gold. Always purchase hallmarked gold jewellery. For any consumer-related complaints, please contact National Consumer Helpline's toll-free number 14404, issued in public interest by Department of Consumer Affairs, Government of India, Jago Grahak Jago. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember educationist, writer and journalist Umesh Chandra Datta, who was born on the 16th of December 1840 in the South 24 Parganas. He was a pioneer Brahmo Samaj activist who left his mark in various fields of society.
Umesh Chandra joined Brahmo Samaj in 1859 and very soon came close to Keshab Chandra Sen and firmly established the Brahmo Samaj in Harinavi, West Bengal. When the Brahmo Samaj was divided into two sections, Umesh Chandra became one of the popular activists of the section under Keshab Chandra Sen. In 1863, Umesh Chandra, along with a few other young activists, established the Bama Bodhini Sabha. The main objective of this Sabha was to educate and uplift the condition of Bama, or women, in the society. He edited the Bama Bodhini Patrika for 40 years till 1902. This newspaper had an important role in the emancipation of women and spread of female education. The Bama Bodhini Patrika continued till 1922. He also edited two weeklies, the Dharma Sadho and Bharat Sanskarak.
Umesh Chandra had taught in several schools. In 1893, he opened a school for the deaf and dumb at Moniktala in Kolkata. He was a member of the executive committee of Bethune College in Kolkata and a member of the Senate of Kolkata University, and thus he contributed a lot to these institutions. Umesh Chandra led a very simple life, and hence he was called an ascetic by people. He died in 1907. We salute this great reformer who worked for women's upliftment and their education.
We also remember advocate of democracy and a staunch supporter of empowerment of the depressed classes, Panaganti Ramaraya Ningar, who left us on 16th of December 1928. Also known as Raja of Panagal, Ramaraya Ningar was one of the founder members of the Justice Party and the Premier of Madras Presidency from 11th of July 1921 to the 3rd of December 1926.
Ramaraya Ningar was born into an aristocratic family of Kalahasti, Andhra Pradesh. His public life began when he was selected as member of North Arcot District Board. In 1912, he became a member of the Imperial Legislative Council in Delhi. In 1918, he was awarded the title of Diwan Bahadur. He was also made a member of the Imperial War Council the same year. Back in Madras, meanwhile, the non-Brahmin movement was gaining momentum. With the formation of the Justice Party, Ramaraya Ningar joined it and was soon recognized as one of its leading lights. He was sent to England to depose before a parliamentary committee on the condition of the non-Brahmins in South India. In 1921, Ramaraya Ningar became the chief minister.
The Panagal administration was known for some far-reaching reforms. Reservation in government jobs was brought in, thereby putting Madras on the route to inclusivity. The administration of temples and mutts came under a newly formed Hindu Religious Endowments Board. Panaganti Ramaraya Ningar continued to remain active in politics and served as the president of the Justice Party until his death on the 16th of December 1928. We salute this great Indian.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Moving on to sports, defending champion PV Sindhu reached the women's singles quarterfinals of the BWF World Championships with a straight-game win over Pornpawi Chorchuwong of Thailand today in the BWF World Championships at Huelva in Spain. The world number 7 Indian defeated her Thai opponent, ranked 3 places below her, 21-14, 21-18 in the pre-quarterfinal match. The double Olympic medalist Sindhu will face top seed and world number 1 Tai Tzu Ying of Chinese Taipei in the quarterfinals. In the men's singles, former world number 1 Srikanth defeated Lu Guangzhou of China by 21-10, 21-15 to enter the quarterfinals. Now let us take a quick look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have shallow fog. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. Chennai is expected to witness partly cloudy sky. Kolkata will have mainly clear sky. Srinagar will have partly cloudy sky. Jammu and Leh will have mainly clear sky. Gilgit will have partly cloudy sky. Muzaffarabad will have sunny sky. Visakhapatnam and Hyderabad will have partly cloudy sky with haze. Thiruvananthapuram will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. In Puducherry, there will be generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses farmers at National Conclave on Natural Farming, emphasizes on the need for adapting new requirements and challenges. On 50th Vijay Divas, Prime Minister merges 4 flames of Swarnim Vijay Mashal into eternal flame at National War Memorial. Parliament pays homage to the brave soldiers for their supreme sacrifice during 1971 Indo-Pakistan War. President Ramnath Kovind says India has always attached highest priority to its friendship with Bangladesh, participates in Golden Jubilee celebrations of independence in Dhaka. GST rate lowered to 5% from 18% on ethanol meant for blending under ethanol blended petrol program. Centre says it is carefully monitoring all developments relating to Brahmaputra River. Over 135 crore 91 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered under National Vaccination Program so far. Recovery rate stands at 98.38%. Typhoon Rai batters southern Philippines, forcing thousands of people to take shelter. And in badminton, defending champion PV Sindhu and former world number 1 Srikanth enter singles quarterfinals of BWF World Championships at Huelva in Spain. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.
The Navy gives me adventure in every venture.
The Navy gives me the chance to discover capabilities I never knew I had.
The Navy gives me a package complete with the country's respect and recognition.
The Navy gives you more. Indian Navy, an ocean of opportunities. www.joinindiannavy.gov.in